I don't like missing out.
Because?
Because it's taken me so long to get the approval of a decent group, and I don't want to lose it. The words came from somewhere deep and repressed within. She didn't like what she'd said, didn't like what it implied, that the main thing she cared about, more than the happiness of herself, was that she was approved by a group. She saw it, and she saw the way the man raised his eyebrows, and she knew he was thinking the same thing.
Listen, young lady, he said, if I can tell you one thing, it's that no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you struggle, that thirst for approval never gets satisfied. Ever.
She looked away, back out of the window at the clouds below, nausea building within as she thought of the sheer drop below her.
If you really want approval, the man continued, you need to learn to approve of yourself.
She looked at the man, and she wanted to nod. She wanted to believe him. She wanted to buy into what he was saying. But then she felt a bang and let out a yelp, a flash of lights, a rumble. And then the plane was back to normal. Susan breathed heavily, chest tightening more, face hot.
It's okay, the man said, smiling. Just turbulence, just turbulence.
Susan tried to steady her breathing, tried to calm herself down. Then she caught the eyes of her friends. They were looking back at her, laughing at her. Susan knew what it was about. The little yelp she'd let out had caught their attention. Great. Just what she needed. More ammunition. She was well and truly at the bottom of the pack now. She could tell that from the look on Sophie's face. She settled back into her seat, tried to calm and compose herself. She had to accept that this holiday was going to be difficult. But then, wasn't it always? Wasn't it always going to be a battle for attention, for approval? Had things changed that much, really? She felt this epiphany building inside, a light bulb flicking on, the man's words resonating within. If you really want approval, you need to learn to approve of yourself. She opened her eyes, looked at the man. "Thanks for talking to me," she said. He smiled back at her.
"No problem, love. Now come on, do me a favor and eat one of these Werthers. Can't stand the things, but my wife insists I—"
Another bang. The lights cut out. A few screams all around, only this one wasn't from Susan. The lights were still out. No sounds. Nothing. There was something strange about this, sitting here in the darkness, trying to tell herself it was just turbulence. Because that bang, there was something about it. Something. Susan realized what it was, and her stomach sank. The engine. The engine had cut out. The plane was going to crash.